Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So this next video we're gonna discuss some things that are necessary in order for us to start this whole thing. So first of all, you are gonna need a text editor. So we have here the page to download Sublime text. So you can choose any one of these three. So Sublime, Visual Studio Code, Vim, or graphical Vim, or whatever you want to choose. There are other text editors that out there that you may choose, whatever helps. But if you are a beginner and you don't know or never had an experience using a text editor, which first of all it shouldn't be here, but you can choose one of these three. So now that we got this out of the way, let's delete this. So okay, next things we are gonna need, first of all, we are gonna need Python. Okay, so we are gonna download Python out of here. So just click this and there you go, download it, install it. Next. If you are on Windows, if you are on Linux, you already know your way through. So if you have installed Python and you want to make sure that it's installed, just do python-v, or okay, that's not what I wanted to do. So just do Python 3, run it, and do hello world, something like that. Let's just do this. Okay, so it's working. Next thing, so now we have installed Python. Let's close this. What do we want? Check if pip is installed. So let's do pip-v. Let's just do one crazy thing. Let's do pip install pip, just like they said in here. Okay, so requirement already satisfied. So let's close this one. Okay, so next we're gonna need something like PyQt5. So you'll need this one right here. So do pip install PyQt5. Just like this, do install PyQt5. That's how they wrote it. You click OK, it's gonna be installed, and there you go. So next thing, what do we need? Let's just see the requirement and what do we have here. Okay, text editors we have here. Okay, let's visit this link. This is a Stack Overflow question that have been answered with this here. So you need to just copy and paste these commands into your terminal. So if you are on Windows and don't know what this does, first of all, this installs the Qt creator and the PyQt5 dev tools. Like you see here, it installs the PyQt5. So if you don't have that already, next it installs the Qt tools 5 to dev tools and whatever. So just copy and paste this. If you are on Windows, make sure to figure your way out of this. So now that we've seen this too, okay, this is Qt Designer if you want to take this route. So if you have Windows, just click here and there you go. If you are on Mac, click here and there you go. Okay, now we are done with this. Yeah, we have installed PyQt5. Now we need a database to connect our application to. So if you have Windows, you can basically go with the community MySQL community download. You can choose that if Linux if you want. I don't know about you, but this MySQL thing didn't want to work in Linux for me, so I have gone with the MariaDB, the MariaDB version of it. So it's like a fork of that MySQL. So it's built on top of MySQL. So just hit download, it will download and install the whole thing on Linux. I don't want to go through the whole process of installing all these things because it's dumb and it takes a lot of time. So next thing, so now that you have Python, PyQt5, you have a text editor to go with. In order for us, first of all, to check that, do we have the designer first? Let's just type in the designer in your terminal. If you are in Windows, just check the menu if you have it there. Okay, so I have it. Just close the whole thing. Okay, now let's check if I have PyQt5. So I already have the designer, so I have PyQt5. Let's just do import PyQt5. So there it is. Next thing, I will need a connector to connect my application to the database. So that will be pip install MySQL.connector. Requirements are already satisfied. That's what you're going to tell me. Okay, there you go. Next thing, what do we need? We're gonna need a lot of things to finish this whole thing, but this is just in order for us to get started, and you're gonna figure your way out in the course. I'm gonna tell you what to install later, but this is just the requirements to start the whole thing, so we can build a simple Qt application just in order for us to know how this thing actually works, so we can use it to build our system. Now that we have PyQt installed, designer, if not designer, we're going to terminal. Okay, so test everything is working. We have Python v. Okay, we already tried that. You can import PyQt5 from the interpreter Python. Okay, so now you can import MySQL connector as MDB. Okay, so let's go to Python. Let's import MySQL.connector. Okay, in the code we are gonna do something like this. So we don't use this whole MySQL connector thing, so you can just use MDB and to connect, for example, to your database host, etc, etc. So let's just do this, give interrupt, exit from this whole thing. Okay, now try to create a MySQL connection from Python, try to execute a query. Okay, that's not necessary in order for us to know that we have installed MySQL, but the connector is working, so you can just end this with that thing. MySQL. Okay, let's do one last thing. Let's check if MySQL is installed. So MySQL, you can do version, I think, or you can actually just connect to it using this old-fashioned way. So type in your password, which is TOOR, and there you go. So you can do like this, show databases. I don't want to show my databases, so let's just exit out of here, clear requirements. What's the last thing we have to do? You can try to start your Qt Designer and see if it's working. So we already did that. So it's all. This is all for this video. See you later, inshallah.